I don't know who you are, but if you're looking for the Land End Show, then you found the right place. If not, I will find you and I will kill you.
Welcome to the Land End Show.
What's up?
It's a special show today. We had to rearrange a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
Forgive me, it was my 2-year anniversary.
Wow.
Thank you.
You've done it.
It was cool.
They say it's all
planned to
uphill
go
from here.
That's right. I planned to go on a picnic up at Red Butte, which is where we took our first official date. But it became stormy and rainy, so I moved the picnic indoors. We had an at-home picnic.
That's just
then-
like dinner, right?
Yeah, but I did it as a picnic. It's all about presentation, bro.
Did you put a blanket down?
I had a blanket. I had a tablecloth.
Basket? Do you have a basket?
I had
It's a paper bag.
No, not a paper bag. I had everything laid out a little nicer. But
Okay.
the first date at the actual Red Butte, at the actual picnic, I had a really cool
Did
picnic
you make her
basket.
hold an umbrella?
No, we came inside,
I know, but
both of us.
picnickers hold umbrellas, don't they?
Well, not when you're already inside. What do you mean?
I
Not
don't
if
know.
it's not raining. Anyway, and
You
then
gotta protect from the sun, I guess, right?
yeah, vitamin
Yeah.
D. But
Where did
women,
that-
if you're looking for some vitamin D, no, but calcium. No, the next night we saw Aziz Ansari. He of Parks and Recreation,
Yeah.
actor, comedian. He came to Bravenel Hall, and Lex really loves him. So it was really cool seeing him, and he's a really funny guy.
Funny guy.
And
I've never
pretty
seen
much
him. I've never seen a stand up. I've seen Parks and Rec though.
anything at a Bravenel Hall is pretty good. Okay, so on Parks and Rec, he plays Tom Haverford, the Indian.
Right.
Okay.
I know who he is.
Okay. Yeah. So that
I
that
didn't
was cool.
earlier, but then you told me.
Well, you're
so
welcome.
now I know. So I'm
Good.
gonna pretend like I knew, and that I do know. Well, I'm not pretending
I
because I
appreciate
do know.
that. Yeah,
I'm not
you
even
know.
pretending
You're in the
anymore.
loop
Yeah.
now.
I got this.
Really quick piece of business here.
Okay.
I'd like to announce a new sponsor to the show,
Oh.
the North Face. Patagonia is no longer with us. Apparently, they were not big fans of Fanjango,
Yep, they hated it.
but it's funny. You know?
It was funny. It still is. Well, it still is.
Still is funny. But, all right, so the good news is we have been picked up by the North Face. And this week they are featuring the women's Amanda short in graphite gray, $45. And not only is it in gray, it's in Weimaraner brown and Dune beige.
It's Weimaraner.
Weimaraner.
Have you ever seen the dog, the Weimaraner? It's kind of that color. You never seen a Weimaraner? Anyway, well, I'll have to show you one.
It's named
Weimaraner
after a
brown.
dog? That's kind of weird.
That it is kind of weird. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, sorry.
but
Back-
anyway, yeah,
back to
so-
shipping.
Yeah, the North Face. In your face, Patagonia. We're with North Face that offers free ground shipping on orders $50 or more, limited time only. So please check that out. I know the women's Amanda shorts are $45, not quite $50. So you're gonna have to get two. Get an extra one for you, or get one for you and one for you could send one to me.
Yep.
You could send it to Dan
Well,
here at the Land
this is
End
the
Show.
women's Amanda short.
Well, yeah.
Do you think that
I
they
think
just came
they're-
out with it?
Well, it's been in the last week. I think they're trying to honor Amanda Berry, the kidnapped girl. How crazy is that, Dan? What is this world
I didn't even know.
to?
Like, I guess I don't know if I've been hiding in a closet or been locked in a room, but I didn't know people did that.
It's wow. It's it's a sad world. That should not be happening, but it is. And you remember that Austrian guy that held his own daughter in captivity for 24 years.
In his basement.
In his basement. They had kids. Fuck. But this Ariel Castro guy allegedly had, 5 miscarriages. He made her miscarry. He'd starve her for 2 weeks and then punch her in the stomach.
I don't think it was Amanda, though.
Oh, I think it was Gina De Jesus or
I think
Michelle
it was
Knight.
one of the other ones. Amanda's the one that had had a baby.
Yeah.
And then I don't.
Oh, but it was someone else who was beaten.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't want more babies, but obviously he didn't. So it's his choice. He's obviously pro-choice.
I guess. So new roommates wanted for Ariel Castro.
Did you see that on Craigslist?
No, but I thought it would be funny if it was.
It would be.
What if he kidnapped somebody in prison, just like took a prisoner in the prison? Is that still a prisoner if you're in prison already? Are you still taking a prisoner?
I don't know. I don't
understand. Not a doctor. I don't know either.
Not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. Hey, speaking of Joey Diaz, hilarious comedian, coming to Salt Lake. I think it's July, I think.
Is he going to be on our show, you think?
I hope so. He better be.
Tremendous, dog. Tremendous. I'm off those chocolate chip hippie cookies, dog. Divine wellness. Lee. Wiggle it, Lee.
Leland.
Blow him a kiss, Lee.
What the fuck? Does he say that?
So we're talking about the podcast, the Joey Diaz, what's it called now? Wow.
Church of What's Happening Now.
Church of What's Happening Now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but going back to this Ariel Castro, because it's been all over the news, you know.
Yeah.
Very crazy. And so they've interviewed, have you seen the interviews with Charles Ramsey, the neighbor, the hero neighbor?
It's hilarious.
The guy who calls everyone bro, including like Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, and I found this, and I showed this to you earlier, because I knew how much you love auto-tuning things.
No, that's not necessarily
true.
true.
You love it.
Usually I don't, but I do like this.
But we're going to let you guys hear this. It's an interview with the news with Charles Ramsey, or Chuck Ramsey, that's what they're calling him now, because that's cooler sounding. He just sounds more cool, but he's a dipshit.
Chuck Ramsey sounds not like a black name.
Yeah.
Charles sounds more.
Maybe the white man named him.
Named him Chuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway, here's the song. It's called Dead Giveaway. It's auto-tuned from a news
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Dead giveaway. 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 My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom, and she comes out, and she says, it's some more girls up in that house. Call 911, and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. My neighbor got big testicles, cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Dead giveaway.
Oh, man.
Tell us what to do next. That is great. And this guy is awesome. Charles Ramsey. He says himself he's not a hero.
Yep.
And,
He doesn't want the
you
news
know,
publicity.
wanted the money to go to the women who were held in captivity. He just seems
Do they
really
need
cool.
money?
And he said testicles on live TV.
Which is awesome.
That
That
cojones, bro. That's what he said.
Did he say that?
Yeah. He called Anderson Cooper bro and a bunch of other reporters.
Yeah.
But he seems cool. I'd be down to have him as a neighbor. Well,
Sorry, I just gave you that weird look. Nobody saw that look, but it was pretty like it was questionable.
I
don't know
how
about the
nuts
neighbor.
is that, Dan?
I don't
What
even-
is happening
You know,
to this world?
I wish I know everything about it. I've read all about it, but I have nothing to say about it. I think the guy's just fucking crazy, and so are his two brothers.
You think his brothers were in on it?
They fucking lived at the house, didn't they?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I thought they did.
No, in fact, some of their charges have been dropped. They've gotten other like charges, but not kidnapping, not
I don't know. Dude.
those.
How do you keep 3 women in your house, away from your family, away from your friends? How do you hide that? Why didn't they just scream the whole night? Why didn't they just scream all night?
I want to say they had their mouths taped shut at times. No?
I
Did
don't
you
know. I
hear that?
didn't read that, but still, you can still kick a hole through a wall. You can guarantee I'd get through any brick wall if I was locked in a room at
A
night.
brick wall?
Yeah, you
What,
just-
you're going to kick through the bricks?
Yeah,
No.
if you kick it long enough, it'll break. Like
You're telling me you're going to kick through a brick house if you're walled up in
for
a
10
closet?
years. Fucking look at Andy Dufresne.
In 1966, Andy Dufresne escaped from Shawshank Prison.
Yep. So, see, he tunneled.
Well,
he
that-
tunneled
Yeah,
into
but that
his-
was like 25 years or something.
So it's old bricks. He tunneled a long way. I'm talking
Yeah,
like
he
literally
did.
get through 3 feet of brick, which is a house, or maybe a foot of brick, which is made of, which makes a house.
Yeah,
You could do
alright,
it. You could do it. Come on now. You got 10
Maybe
years.
their feet were bound.
10
I don't
years you
know.
didn't figure one fucking thing out. 10 years. You're in a.
Well,
if-
we don't know though. We don't know.
Let's
They could have
just-
been bound. They could have been.
They wouldn't have walked out of there if they were bound. Obviously, they could stand up. Obviously, they had a window.
But
Obviously,
we don't
they
know
had
for
water.
how long.
Obviously, they had nutrition. They wouldn't have literally walked out of there, and bitch wouldn't have been yelling and screaming if she was tired and hungry and cold.
Why not?
And-
Isn't that why people yell and scream?
You wouldn't have energy. You wouldn't be running around like Chuck
Just be
Ramsey
lying
says she was.
around.
Yeah. If you were just locked in a room for 10 years, you wouldn't stand up.
Why not?
How? If you were tied up. If you were tied up for all those 10 years except for
Yeah,
that
you'd
one day
wanna
that they
get
got
up.
away,
Yeah, you'd get up. You'd be like,
You'd
it'd
have no
be like
muscles.
stretching out.
you ever laid in bed like in a hospital and then try to walk around? You ever been in the hospital for more than like 3 or 4 days?
I never have.
Never.
Well, not since I was a kid.
Your muscles, like
They
just-
atrophy.
you just can't do it. You physically can't do it.
Hmm. Well, that's pretty crazy.
Anyway, I would have figured it out in a couple weeks. That's all I had to say. 10 years? Come on. 10
You think you would have gotten
fucking
out? You
years.
think you would have gotten out earlier?
Elizabeth Smart got out in 7.
No, not even 7
Yeah,
years.
see, not even 7. These ladies, 3 of them, you got 3 heads working with you.
No, but they weren't together. They were separated.
How did they know that there was 3? Or how did the other lady know there was other girls in the house?
The news reports have been saying they knew they were there, but they couldn't see them all the time. They were separated.
Kind of like that V for Vendetta movie where they had to pass notes through the wall.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Did you like that movie?
Yeah. Guy Fawkes, who it's named after.
Uh-huh.
The failed gunpowder plot.
Yep.
He was born in the 1500s. Very interesting.
Was it?
And an awesome show.
It is a great movie. I think that's what's going to happen here.
Remember the 5th of November.
I don't remember what his voice sounds like, but
Probably just like an English accent.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Remember, the 5th of November. Hello, my boys.
Anyway,
um,
we were talking about Fandango a little bit ago, or Fanjango, how we got dropped by Patagonia, can suck
Yeah.
it, and got picked up by North Face, obviously. They called us right away. But anyway, we were gonna write a new Fandango, excuse me, Fandango,
Fanjango. Just Fanjango.
but
updated.
yeah. And we were thinking of maybe doing this every week.
Yeah.
So we got one here for you right now,
All right.
and we are gonna play that for you.
Enjoy.
Hello, this is Morgan Freeman. Thank you for calling Fanjango. This week there are so many movies, but I will only talk, and to God, I will only tell you about one or two. First one is Peoples. Craig Robinson, David Allen Greer, directed by Stephen Perry, or Tyler Perry, whatever. So many Tyler Perry movies, I don't know what his first name is anymore. Next up, Iron Man 3 with Don Cheadle. We got one brother in the movie. Thank you for calling Fanjango, and we'll see you next week.
If you're listening, whoa. Sing it back and forth.
Welcome back to the Land End Show. Thank you. We're loving Fanjango.
Got that fucking Crackleback. Haven't
Fuck,
heard that in
yeah.
like 3 or 4 weeks, huh?
Also haven't heard Patagonia for a while, but that's all
Fucking
right. Thank you,
Patagonia.
North Face.
In your face, Patagonia.
In your face. We're with North Face. Welcome back to the Land End Show. This show can be heard on landandshow.com or on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, bunch of different apps. We thank you for listening, and I would like to bring on to the show a couple guests
Yes,
here.
sir.
Archie, welcome to the show, and Jake, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for having us.
You are welcome.
Are they really going to play that game, huh?
What are you talking about, Dan?
Okay,
It's a great
so,
way to promote your business, Archie.
Yeah,
You know what? Whatever. I don't care.
but tell me a little bit about Plastid Dip, Jake.
So Plastidip is pretty much a removable powder coating that you can put on any kind of
Cocaine
surface.
you're talking about?
Totally. It's great to sniff.
And it doesn't
I'm
show
kidding.
up on
Don't
drug
do
tests.
that. Drugs are bad. But, but
Okay.
it really is. It's just a spray on plastic that you can use. It's completely removable. Doesn't harm your paint at all. So if you go to sell your car or whatever, you can just peel it right off, and it looks like you did nothing to your car.
Yeah, it's a
So
really
if-
easy way to customize your car for those people that kind of want
Relatively
to change
inexpensive as well, too.
Exactly.
Very inexpensive.
Cheaper than a-
Especially
cheaper than
compared
paint.
to a
Cheaper than paint.
Cheaper
or
than paint,
like a
easier
product
than paint,
wrap, or
cheaper
is that
than
what you
wrap.
call it?
Yeah, wrap.
Oh,
Cheaper
much
than a
cheaper
wrap.
than wrap. So, like, if you wrap a sports car, it adds a couple thousand or a couple £100 to the car.
Oh, yeah.
This adds maybe 20, 25 pounds.
I hate breaking off to helicopters in this place because we talk about it a lot because Landon likes to talk about helicopters. But there was this helicopter that wrapped their helicopter all in black because they wanted a black helicopter. Their helicopter was red or something. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. They wrapped it all black, and they ended up crashing it because
Too
it was
heavy?
way overweight, and they didn't account for like the 170 pounds that they dropped onto the tail.
Wow.
So, like,
just under the tail.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. So, and it wraps weigh a lot. Plastidip's lighter, I think.
It's very light, and it's way cheaper than a wrap.
Wrap.
So, okay, tell me more about it.
One of the cool things is you can kind of get it in any different color that you want, and you can mix it so you can get kind of a
Do you m-
different custom color.
Do you mix it like paint?
Yeah, I mean it is.
You have to put dyes in it and things of that sort. Like if you want a custom color, like we're doing a motorcycle here in a week or so to a bone marrow color.
What
Kind of
color?
look
Off
off-white.
white, basically. He wants bone marrow, whatever the hell that is.
That's fucking creepy sounding, Doug,
but-
isn't it?
I don't even know what bone marrow looks like.
Here, we'll take you out back and we'll show you.
Okay.
Fuck.
But you just have to do exactly what you would with normal paint. Just put little bits of dye in there, a little bit of tan, a little bit of yellow, some gray, and
RGB.
definitely some RGB.
Always.
And
God.
so you just mix it just like that until you get it right.
What is EGBDF? Is that colors? Or what is that? Music notes. Even George Bush drives fast. What is that an acronym for?
I don't know what you're talking about.
EG. It's something on a spectrum. Is it music notes or colors?
It's probably music, because there's no color that starts with E unless it's.
Hello.
Dude, you got to lay off the LSD.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is it?
It's music
it
notes.
sounds like a music notes.
Music notes?
EGBD
F.
F.
Or every good boy deserves fudge.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
piano,
Piano.
Okay, well, that's what
guitar.
I was looking for.
not guitar. Well, it could be.
Oh,
guitar.
Roy G. Biv is colors of
Roy
the
G. Biv,
spectrum.
That's it.
That's what it is.
Rainbow.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Okay.
What the
So
fuck?
you could get, do you have an indigo
You can do
color?
all that. Yeah, the company PlastiDip, they actually make it.
So there's a company called PlastiDip that invented this PlastiDip.
It's actually Performex.
It's a
The
product from
product
them.
that they make is called PlastiDip. They have other stuff under Performex.
What other stuff?
They do all sorts of stuff. If you've ever had the wire hangers in your closet that have like that little coating on it, that's Performex as well.
You ever
That's
seen,
PlastiDip
like-
or powder coat.
It's different than PlastiDip. It's kind of similar but different.
Like that coating that you see like on crescent wrenches,
That's PlastiDip.
like kind of that rubbery stuff, like for a grip.
That's PlastiDip.
That's how it started out. It
Yeah,
started
so-
out as a
Like on a
tool
baseball
covering.
glove?
No,
no,
What is
no,
that?
way off base.
no
Why?
idea.
It's made for a grip.
Different.
What's the difference?
Are you talking about a baseball bat?
Glove.
It's
Grip.
leather.
Those are made out of leather.
No, I'm not talking about a mitt. I'm talking about a glove.
It's still leather.
It is?
Like a batting glove.
And,
Yeah.
Or like a golf glove.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all
that's
leather.
still
Those are all
leather.
leather.
Oh, that's what I'm
And they
saying.
put resin.
But they should make PlastiDip ones instead of leather.
Why don't you
right?
guys do that? Have you ever thought of PlastiDipping your arm?
Genius.
Plasti dipping a baseball bat.
Your arm.
Let's do it.
Make a mold of your arm. Could you do it? Does it mold or is it malleable?
Hey.
You like
all
that?
right.
Word of the day.
Wow, that is the most syllabic word I've ever heard Dan say.
I like the word flaccid too.
What about flatulent?
That's all right.
Or
Flatulence.
ductility.
What's that?
Ooh,
I
that's
don't know.
good.
You don't
I don't know.
I bet Landon knows. what
Okay,
it is.
I have a great idea though, because we were just talking about great ideas, like the baseball bat glove.
Something to do with.
Okay,
flexibility,
wait.
I
Hold
think.
on, Jake. Great idea here. I want you to be ready to soak it in. Silent lawnmowers.
So you can mow at 8 a.m. and not be woken up.
Anytime. You don't have to hear that annoying whir like you could hear, speaking of, on Charles Ramsey's interviews when Anderson Cooper goes over there to ask him about the Ohio women who were kidnapped, and you hear a lawnmower in the background the whole time. But just think, I mean, that aside, although I did notice that.
Aren't those called electric lawnmowers?
They
Mind
still would make noise from
blown.
the.
They have electric lawnmowers?
Oh yeah,
They do.
I knew they had. I used to have an electric trimmer,
yeah, you did. I remember that son of a
Do you?
bitch.
but I don't remember electric
Dude, I don't need to hear about
lawnmowers.
your manscaping your balls.
Are they silent?
The lawnmower.
Electric lawnmowers?
They're a
just
lot
silent?
quieter.
You wouldn't hear the motor, but you'd still always hear the blade spinning.
Well, silent. That's part of the idea, son.
Talk to-
Silent
talk to,
lawnmowers.
Talk to.
And then we'd move on to cars, and then eventually jet planes.
They already have silent airplanes.
Well, they have silent helicopters.
They have. It actually started in the military with submarines. That was the biggest thing. We're on a talk show, and you're over there with your hand flapping.
You
our
always
feet
bring
like
it
I'm
back
talking.
to helicopters.
No, I didn't say helicopter.
Submarine.
I said submarine.
Pound
Thank
it.
you.
I think
motherfucker.
something that they could do to have a
Ouch.
silent lawnmower is maybe a series of lasers at each corner of the,
Ooh.
Laser cut your
and
lawn.
then after it grows, you just turn it on for a second and just that's it.
Good call. Good idea. Hey, we have a bunch of people that listen to the show. What do you guys think of making a silent lawnmower?
There is a patent on it if you guys were curious about it.
About the silent lawnmower?
Lawnmower with laser cutting apparatus.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
There is a U.S. patent number US 6269617 B1.
That was so many numbers. He stumbled.
Well, there's a lot there, you know. No, actually,
me, Lee.
I didn't stumble. I stopped on 69. If you didn't notice the number 69 in there. But anyway, it's a laser beam that continuously rotatable in a 360-degree arc.
That's pretty cool.
Sounds legit.
Oh.
I wonder if it doesn't look like it's made though.
Have you
That
seen
guy
that remote?
that guy looks like a dipshit in that picture though. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I feel like there could be some liability with that if
With a laser?
one of the lasers
Yeah.
gets
It's the
loose and
freaking
gets
laser.
loose.
cut your leg off or something.
Have you guys seen that video of the remote control lawnmower? It's like on the side of the freeway somewhere, and just originally developed for military, I think, but it cuts anything out in the way, gets rid of brush or whatever.
Trees?
And it goes pretty fast. It's like $30,000, but it looks really cool. It's remote control, goes fast, takes out anything. You should YouTube the video. And while you're on YouTube, you need to YouTube Henry's Kitchen. Have you guys heard of that?
Negative.
Okay, YouTube Henry's Kitchen. It's this guy who makes meals, and it is incredible. It's awesome and hilarious, and you will love it. And speaking of meals,
Please don't do that.
yeah, sorry. I told myself and Dan and everyone I'd try to cut back on saying speaking of, but speaking of meals, I went somewhere, and I think this has happened a couple times at different restaurants. I'll ask them what they like and stuff like that, and they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, that's good. Have you tried the Western burger yet? Have you eaten that yet?" Like if I was at Carl's Jr., for example, and I'm like, "Yet? What do you mean yet? Like I've eaten the entire menu? Like, do I look that fat that you have to say yet? Like, is that the only thing you haven't eaten up until now? Like, why is he telling me this?"
I've never thought that when they said that.
Well, I think it's a dick move. And
I think
don't
they're
like
trying
it.
to steer you away from what you asked for.
Steer me away, huh?
Yeah.
Sort of like the Sugar House streetcar that is being proposed.
Yeah?
Have you heard about this?
I have not. Tell me about it.
In the center lane of Hippieville, Sugar House, Utah, there's one line proposed on 2100 South and the other on like 900 East or something like that.
Well, the first phase has already gotten passed.
Well, true, but they're still not sure where they're going to put the tracks. The backup is 2100 South, but it looks like the other one is on 1100. But there's been some resident opposition. What do you guys think? What do you think about a trolley here in Hippieville?
I don't know. These streets are pretty small.
Would you use it?
Yeah,
Why would you use it? It would help us here. Fuck, we're right by it.
that's true.
Yeah,
But it wouldn't go to your place.
No, but we could get to fucking Chick-fil-A right up the street.
This is true.
And eat some hate chicken.
Queer free. It's that queer free chicken.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with anything else that we've been talking about, but it's something I wrote down last week and we didn't get to, and I want to talk about it. I saw somebody on Facebook that I added recently, and I remembered this was in junior high in 7th grade, I think. No, I think maybe 8th grade. And I sold this girl some fake weed. Right? At this point, I have never seen weed in my life.
But still haven't.
Right.
It's illegal.
Of course. Yeah, it's a Schedule 1 drug.
In the state of Utah, it's illegal.
Yeah. It's medication in 13 or
11.
Is it 16? No, it's more than 11. Either 13 or 16. But anyway, I had never seen marijuana in my life. And what I did was I got a baggie. I put actual grass clippings. I crushed up an Altoid. I put oregano and basil in it. And when I crushed up the Altoid, I remember putting it. I was rocking on a chair, like a fold-up chair in Sunday school in church, and I put it in this baggie, and I said it was White Rhino. Okay, something I had no idea, but I just heard, like part of the. And she gave me like $8 in like coins and change and stuff, and so I thought that was funny. But fast forward to 1 week later, she comes back and she's like, "That was awesome. I had the same stuff like 2 weeks ago, and I want some more of it."
That's when he became a dealer.
Never. But I may or may not have.
Seen it since.
I may or may not. I haven't seen it since, but I may or may not have sold some fake weed in junior high.
2? Do you want to say the name?
No.
No. You think she listens?
I don't know, but
or he.
It's neither here nor there.
There's no way to know.
Yeah. Rachel doesn't know. She Rachel Rasmussen would have no idea.
Who is that?
No one. It's
okay.
Let's get a break. Anyway. Okay. Welcome back to the Landan Show. Disregard that last part of it if any of you know Rochelle Rasmussen. Just kidding. That never happened. But it's funny to hear about. Anyway, I see you smiling over there, Archie.
Well, I got a great story about fake weed.
Okay, talk to your boy then.
Oh, I will. So back in high school, I was going home. It was close to midnight because I had a curfew of midnight. Kind of lame.
That's when the Holy Ghost goes to bed.
That is true. So yeah, we're driving on the freeway, and my buddy misses the exit. So he slams on his brakes.
On the freeway?
On the freeway. We come to a dead stop in the middle lane.
Was this Dan?
This was not Dan. This is a kid named Dave.
Okay.
And
Dave Rothschild.
Dave Rothschild. You called it.
All right.
But he was going to throw it in reverse. And he was totally about to, and then a cop goes flying past us. And we all started freaking out, so we didn't know what to do. So we just started driving again. And so, of course, we get pulled over. And as we get pulled over, my buddy looks up on his dash, and he had a baggie full of oregano because he was pulling a prank on his mom. And so this other kid in the front seat grabs the bag, throws it in the glove box right as the cop is walking up. So the cop totally sees it.
As a joke?
Just as a joke.
Oh, God.
And so we all get pulled out of the car, and the cop's like, "I'm going to your glove box." We're high school. We're stupid. We could have told him no. But he grabs it out, looks at it, and he's like, "What the hell are you guys doing with a bag of oregano?"
So he knew right off.
It took him a second. He looked at
You
it.
can smell it.
He did open the
imagine
bag. I do
so.
remember that. But he didn't give us a ticket or anything. He just told us to get home and stop being stupid. Because we were.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
That's awesome.
great story about fake weed.
Good prank on the police.
Jake,
Police
you got
and
any fake weed stories?
I don't. I was just gonna ask Archie. Did you think you were gonna go to jail that night?
No.
When you
Like,
got
was
pulled
there-
over?
Was there the slightest chance you're like, I might be going to jail tonight?
I got warrants.
I gotta run, guys. I gotta run. No, I knew I was fine. I was worried about Dave, but I didn't really care. The only time I was really worried about going to jail was with somebody else that is gonna rename nameless, Dan. When we got pulled over and the cop had to call his daddy to come get us.
It was like 10 minutes past 12 o'clock. Like we were past curfew.
The state of
I
state
think
of Utah
we all
curfew.
have. I wonder if the cops are gonna come because of Dan's stories. Namely, when I was giving you a ride back from this podcast one time, it's dark outside and I can't see at night. I have night myopia. I have no idea what's going on out there.
And he's driving at night.
I'm driving out at night, and this car kind of comes out like it's about to come out on the road. It was turning out from a pizza place. And it comes out kind of close, and Dan honks my horn. Well, guess what? It's a cop that was doing it. And by the grace of Joseph Smith, the cop didn't care, or at least like maybe he recognizes like, wow, I did kind of pull out kind of recklessly.
He did. He was in
But
your
didn't-
goddamn lane.
I was pissed though.
I would have fucking hit him. I would have just hit him to get in a wreck with a cop, and then kick him, and then fight him and pull his gun out. Is that too far?
No, but
No.
speaking of too far, and I'm sorry I said speaking of again, but just really quick, Dave Guyman, a potential future guest here on the Land Dan Show.
Okay.
He will be at a book signing at a Barnes & Noble in Idaho Falls
Who's that?
tomorrow from 1 to 3.
What did this guy
So,
write?
If you don't have a job, go there in the middle of the day from 1 to 3.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay.
Well, he's used to podcasting on Mondays. So.
Yeah. I'm used
No,
to
I
the
don't hold
Monday
it against
schedule.
him.
His
Unless
book
you
is
wanted
called
to.
If You Can't Fail, It Doesn't Count. And Other Stories of Sexual Abuse. Huh. No, I'm just kidding. I made that last part up. That's horrible. I'm sorry. Just kidding, Guyman. But seriously, to our Idaho listeners, if you're in the Idaho Falls area, go check him out. It's got to be good.
We should go.
And Guyman hopefully will get you in here around Memorial Day. Remind me, Dan, all right? Memorial Day.
We wish you luck with the signing.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. Okay, so what are you guys up to this summer? Jake, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna be working, doing a couple different things over the summer. I work as a dental assistant right now, and that's pretty fun. And then I also work with Archie here. We plasti dip cars. Kind of do that on the side as a hobby. So
Hobby.
that's a lot of fun.
What's been your favorite project that you've done so far?
So far, one thing that we did.
A shaved cat.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
That's
a
part of it.
tank. That would be awesome.
No, we did these 24-inch wheels, and we did them all matte black, and they were
That's
chrome from
racist.
the start, and it was pretty cool. It turned out pretty neat.
How long does it take? How long does that take? So if someone comes in, they tell you, hey, I want to plasti dip my car.
Mm-hmm.
How long are they looking at? And by the way, if you go to say Mako or someone else and you try to get a paint job or a product wrapper, what is it called, Dan?
A wrap.
A wrap, yeah.
The wrap costs, I don't know,
Couple grand at
could be
least.
at least 5 maybe. On a truck, if you did it to a truck, it'd be like 5 grand.
What's a plasti dip looking like for example, Motor Trend Car of the Year, Toyota Camry?
Toyota Camry would probably be around $600 to do the whole car.
So how much? So okay, you go in, you spray it. I don't get how you can pull it all off and you don't see scratches that were made on the Plasti Dip? Like, how thick is it?
Not quite sure like how thick it is.
Not
It-
thick
it
necessarily,
depends,
but just
yeah.
really durable, you're saying?
So
It is
it's
very
like
durable.
Ductile, is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Tried to sneak that word in earlier like I didn't know.
So
Like I didn't know that it's a solid material's ability to deform under tensile stress.
exactly what it is. But yeah, it just depends. It's just like painting a car. You can do so many coats. And so it gets thicker as you do more coats. It's a rubberized coating like we were talking about before.
Have you thought about combining the dental field and Plasti Dip into different colored
Teeth.
teeth?
I have not. I think that would be outrageous. I don't think it would work.
Why?
Grills worked.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of African Americans wearing silver or gold grills.
What about
they
that
call
the
them.
one Olympian, the swimmer
selling
dude?
selling grills like George Foreman? That's Paul Wall. He's not black. And you're thinking of Michael Phelps.
No, I'm thinking of Ryan Lochte.
Ryan Lochte. Yeah, he does.
He did have a grill. He was white.
Yep, and he still is.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
still
he
is.
did.
And now he has a show. Have you seen that? What would Ryan Lochte do?
I have not.
Archie, have you seen that?
I have not.
Dan.
WWRD. What would Ryan do?
No, I've never heard of it.
He has his own show now, and he was on a newscast like Good Morning America or something like that, like a month ago, or maybe like 2 weeks ago. And he looked it was awkward. It was an awkward interview. And you know how there's always like a delay, like, well, and we're joined today by a very special, Karen Summersmith is on the scene right now. Karen, what can you tell us? Yeah, I'm right here, and thank you. You know, there's always at least like a 3 or 4 second something. But anyway, in the Ryan Lochte interview, he was trying to describe like his bathroom, and he just came off sounding very unarticulate and somewhat stupid. And the anchors were laughing at him, and they're like, "Oh, well, we'll sure watch your show." And the female anchor is like, "Well, at least he's cute." That's harsh. That is harsh. Harsher than a school bus overturning in Western Kentucky. A bus carrying a high school girls softball team overturned Friday in far western Kentucky, injuring several students. Kentucky State Police say the school bus was carrying the Union County High School girls fucking softball team and had 28 people on board, and they were all yelling like little bitches before they crashed in Livingston County along the Ohio River. It's hot and it's humid and people are yelling, "What the fuck do you expect?"
Wow.
So that's the latest in Smithland, Kentucky. Yes. Okay. So I wanted to tell you guys about. Listen, my voice is really weird after I yelled that. So give me a second and it'll mold back. But the Angry Reporter, which is a bit we've done for, I don't know, 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Angry Reporter has
Gotten really
become-
mad at this static.
The Angry Reporter
Just power through it, man.
has become real. AJ Clemente.
Okay.
Yeah, AJ. All right, AJ Clemente, local reporter in North Dakota. It's a new state that they made between North and South Dakota. Anyway, he's a local anchor there, and said the F word and the S word on air,
Wow.
not knowing that he was on the air.
Bravo.
He was fired from his job, and he was on Letterman like 2 nights later. This is what America has come to. You say fuck on TV, and you get on Letterman. CeeLo Green has a song called F You, right?
Yep.
And it was a #1 hit. When my grandma was our age, the #1 hit was How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? And now it's a song called F You, and it wins Grammys. And CeeLo Green gets on The Voice.
That is fucking horrible.
I know, right? It's a terrible twist of fate.
Keep doing that.
Terrible twist of fate. But it's very crazy. We live in a crazy world.
That's
Have you
that's
guys-
stupid. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why would you get on Letterman for that?
It's a great question. Have you guys seen the movie Idiocracy?
Wonderful movie.
It is becoming more and more true every day.
Yeah. What's the
Mike Judge.
what's the drink called?
Oh.
Yeah, it's Mike Judge that directed it. Same with Office Space
yeah.
and
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, and
What are you doing, Bobby?
the
If this
that other
thing
one,
crackles, I will quit my
Extract.
job at Strickland Propane. Huh?
Extract.
Extract, yeah, Jason Bateman.
Yeah, Extract was a really good movie.
Jason Bateman, Extract, Mike Judge. That's what I was trying to say during all the
Static.
static,
Fuck.
a very rogue and mysterious and elusive Static. Speaking of rogue, who is your favorite X-Man? Jake, let's start with you, then Archie, tell me, and then Dan.
I hate X-Men. You already asked this.
Nope, I didn't ask these guys, though, and I don't appreciate that answer or the attitude.
Well, fuck you.
Jake?
I'd have to go with Wolverine
Okay.
Why?
I like
Why
it.
Wolverine?
because he's made out of indestructible metal.
What's
Pretty
the
cool.
metal called?
It's like adamantium, something like that.
Ooh, it is.
He nails it.
I had hand surgery, and I asked the hand doctor if he could put adamantium in my hand because I have a scar right here on my left hand. Anyway, I was like, "Can you put adamantium in there?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "That's a serious tumor." Like, what do you mean? He's like, "That oh, I thought you said adamantine, which is fatal or some weird. I don't know." Do I sound? This is. Oh, okay. Delayed. All right. Archie, favorite X-Man. And Dan, you have to answer. You can't say Neve.
All right.
That's his go-to answer all the time. I'd have to say Cyclops. I'll say a different one.
Ooh,
Cyclops.
okay. What
Not very
about
many
you?
people know or like him.
What are you feeling like?
I don't even know who they are.
He wants Storm because he wants her to storm his castle.
Storm is hot.
Okay,
so we got
Xavier.
Magneto.
It's gotta be Xavier.
Control metal.
He likes the bald guy.
Charles, why do you ask questions to which you already know the answers? Rogue? Hello, my dear.
I don't
Why
think he
don't
says
you
that.
come
in the
over
movie.
here?
That's Lord of the Rings.
No, Rogue is the girl. She has the white hair.
But does he call him deer?
Oh, no. It's sort of an ad liberato. It's Latin for ad lib. Actually, it's not, but I just thought it was the right word. Liberato. Liberato.
That could be an X-Man, actually. Liberato.
Like
It'd be like the gay music.
Liberace.
Man. Yeah. Get away, get away. You'll do time if you do a crime.
what the fuck is happening?
That's Liberato.
Okay, all right.
Liberato? Go after him. I built it.
What was that thing called where they put the headphones on and Professor Xavier could look at all the other mutants?
I have no idea.
Jake?
I can't remember.
Step your game up, Jake. What's it called?
I know it's in the third one of the movies. I don't know.
I want to say it was like Cerebro or something like that.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's it.
Cerebro.
Oh, I'm
Little
gonna change my
Albert.
favorite one. Totally Gambit. Gambit's a badass.
Ooh, okay.
I'll take Beast then.
Beast.
Switching
Kelsey
up?
Grammer or just the character itself?
Both.
Okay.
They are one and the same.
Well, I know, but Kelsey Grammer came into it late, whereas there were other developed characters earlier. But all right, fair enough. Fair enough. I'd go Magneto.
Magneto.
Yeah.
He is pretty badass.
Too much iron in your blood.
That was the sound effect of the iron exploding. Was that pretty good?
That was perfect.
I don't
Dead
know
on.
what it
I thought it
sounded
was
Loved
in the
it.
movie
Loved
right
every
there.
second of it.
Something's different about you today. Why don't you come over here? Too much iron in your blood. Why don't we play chess, Charles?
Anyway. All right.
I'm completely lost.
I
where we're
am
at.
too now.
I can't
I
believe
don't know
you don't
how
like
we got on that.
X-Men.
No, I hate X-Men.
Why?
It's stupid. It's a
No.
dumb idea, and
Well, it's the same as Avengers.
no
It's cooler than Avengers.
bullshit.
Better.
Fuck X-Men.
Never.
It's not even possible.
I think
Is
Avengers is way
X-Men
better.
part
No,
of...
but fucking Thor's hammer is much more realistic.
yeah.
Did you just say butt fucking Thor's hammer? Well, what Landon likes to do now. Can't tell the difference between
Fucking Thor's
a
hammer.
yawn and a fart.
Lee.
What up?
Wiggle it, Lee.
Well, I guess that makes our naughty parts tingle.
Yep. All right. What else is good, guys?
I don't know.
What's going on this weekend?
Rush.
No, but
Alice
he
in
is coming
Chains?
this summer. All right. So
Oh,
listen to this.
Dave
a quick
Matthews Band?
breakdown of who's
Ben
coming to
Folds.
USANA. Ben Folds 5, Dave Matthews Band, Marilyn Manson, Glenn Beck. Let's see.
Did you really just put him?
He's coming for real. He has a show. It'll be called
At
The Man
USANA?
on the Moon. USANA Amphitheater. Glenn Beck is
Oh
coming.
my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the third most listened to talk show in America, maybe fourth right now.
Under ours.
Yeah, under ours.
Under
There's
the-
Rush Limbaugh, a couple others, us, and then Glenn Beck.
Yep. What about Bill O'Reilly?
Bilbo? Hello, Bilbo. What are you doing here in Middle Earth? Oh, you came here to touch my staff, didn't you? Oh, boy.
He wants to smash castles with you.
Jake, do you care to have a second breakfast with me in the Shire?
The Shire or the shower?
The shower?
One
It's
and the
left quite a
same.
mystery, isn't it?
Isn't he gay?
Oh, yes.
What's his name?
And hey, a quick tidbit.
Hey, so it
every
works,
time,
right?
hold up. Every time Sir Ian McKellen in real life goes to a hotel, he takes the scripture out of the Bible that says, "Thou shalt not lie with another man." He rips that page out of the Bible. You know that you open the
The
drawer and it
Gideon
says
Bible
it's
that
been
they
placed
have?
by the Gideons. Yeah, he rips that out every time he's at a hotel.
How do you know this? Do you stalk him?
Yeah.
You watch him
No,
secretly?
I just look at him from afar and observe his patterns and just
Through a
different things like
telescope?
that.
Predator has to. You got to follow your prey.
No, he said that in an interview. He rips it out and he says
It's terribly abominable, you know. I
It's a
don't
really,
think it has any place in today's society, and so, yes, I rip it out.
that was a really random fact to know about him.
Yeah, I told you. I gave you a forewarning. What's another word for that? A disclaimer. Thank you, Dan.
Yep.
Never cease to amaze me.
Okay, but there's more coming to USANA. We're talking about Rush, Alice in Chains. The bassist from Alice in Chains
He's
died
dead.
here. Yeah, he
He
OD'd.
did die here.
Did you ever watch Celebrity Rehab, Jake?
I did not.
Well, a bunch of the
Every
celebrities
time he is
do
a
come to Utah
buzzkill.
for
If he's not
rehab.
busting up
Because
the
we got the
mic,
good one. We got some
Crackle.
good rehab centers. It's the mountains that they love mountains for rehab.
I
They can
guess
charge.
so.
They can charge more.
Go breathe in the fresh air.
Yeah. And
I don't
Lindsay
know.
Lohan, speaking of random tidbit, currently at the Betty Ford Clinic.
Where's that?
It's here.
I'm not at liberty.
Actually, I
to
don't know.
It's in
say.
Park City.
No, I don't think Betty Ford is in Utah, but there is a
Look
really
it up.
nice one. I think one of the Olsen twins stayed here at one of the rehab
It's in
centers.
Sundance.
Yeah, it's somewhere around Park City.
It's owned
maybe
by Richard
Heber.
Losey.
Really?
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, that's Steve Losey's great grandson, and it was Pamela.
He owns Losey Jewelry
Yeah,
in Provo.
Yeah,
He's loaded.
Losey Jewelry, come put it on and see.
Is that what they say?
No, I have no idea.
We should
no,
get into
I
that
don't
here,
know.
though. Jingle
should.
singing?
Oh, I'm totally down for jingles.
Hmm.
All right, let's come back with one.
Okay.
All right, guys. Jake, Archie, tell us a little bit more about what it is you do, how people can find out more about you, etc., etc.
Well,
Jake.
Yeah.
You asleep over there?
They both looked at each other
Wiggle
like,
it,
you can
Lee."
take it, you can take it. Jake's going to take it.
So the best way to contact us would be through our website,
What's that?
www.iDipUtah.com.
Should we put 3 W's or just 2 W's?
3.
3 W's. So www.idiputah.com.
iDipUtah.com. The site's currently under construction right
Do you
now.
think you're going to get a .org or .net?
Definitely not.
It's only 99 cents.
It's tempting.
You just
but
forward
no.
it.
Good. We'll
You
think
should get-
about it. It's
you
in the
should-
works.
Remember when .nets used to only be non-profit websites?
That was .org, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
still
different
is.
languages. In Latin, it's pronounced net.
Oh, okay.
We'll also be making a Facebook page, and you can contact us through that as well.
Doing all the
Okay.
social media stuff as well.
So how do people do it if they want it right now? If they hear this and they're like, I want to plasti dip my shit.
Best way would just be to look,
We'll put
depending on what state they're in. But
we
we'll
do
put-
have
we'll put our-
email.
We'll put their email on our page.
Yeah, the email is just idiputah@gmail.com. Just simple. Just what our company name is.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. And
you.
thank you, everyone, for listening.
Always good times with you guys.
Always. Check us out, landanshow.com, and on iTunes. Also follow us on Facebook under Landan Show, LANDAN. And we'll be back next week. Thanks, guys.
Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutting down.